You're listening to Unspooled, the podcast where failed prints are just part of the journey. Hosted by Corey from Moji 3D, the guy who thinks filament is a personality trait, and Steve from Layer by Layer, who probably has more spools of filament than forks. Every week we dive into 3D printing, making, and the occasional rant. So grab your favorite filament and let's get unspooled.
Right, we should be live.
We are live. Can you guys
We
hear
are
us?
live for episode 27, which is crazy. Keeps going up
Yeah,
consecutively. I'm gonna keep saying it. Consecutive 27 episodes.
Hey, Tech Jeeper, Nitro Cryptic, Tulsa, Pezliz, howdy.
Connect
I don't see
Labs.
your. I hear you, but can you guys hear Corey? I don't see your mic. Okay, now I see. Now your mic's speaking.
Okay.
I didn't see. It wasn't peaking. So,
All right, how's audio sound? Everything good?
I think it's cool. Don't talk to us doing that small thing, but we're good. Don't worry about it. You can still hear you. But yeah, how's what'd you do this week, man? Or in the last week?
So I have been working on the attic build out. So the new studio up there. So that's been kind of the thing. I was off today, so I was in there all day today, framing walls and doing all kinds of stuff. So hopefully that'll be done at some point. So how about you?
Just work, man. Pretty much the 9 to 5 has been kicking my butt. Outside of that, got acquired a new machine, new to me, older to everyone else. Right there, the Ender 5S1.
Yep.
Team Creality all day. You know what I'm saying? Even old Crealities, boom, got them. But yeah, I grabbed that. This guy just didn't want it. 3D printing wasn't what he thought it was.
Yeah.
Or he couldn't figure it out. So scooped it up from him. So
nice. Yeah. It's always good to get. I mean, obviously everybody knows that I buy like way too many printers, but it's always fun to get. It's always fun to get like an older printer that isn't new, that you always wanted.
It's older, but it's not that old. It's only like 3 or 4 years old. You know, it came out when everything was going super high tech. It's not that it's not terribly slow.
Yeah. So one of the printers I've wanted for a long time was called the Bebo. I don't know if anybody remembers it, but it was a dual nozzle thing from Mig, and it never took off, wasn't popular. So I was bidding on one all week. I ended up losing the auction. Everybody knows the story that is in Discord. But so I like getting the old stuff that was new back in the day that I always wanted, but I never picked up. So so today,
hold on real quick, and then also today is Veterans Day, so we did want to shout out. We had some cool veterans in our community. Had to make a list because it was so many. GTR Dad, Daddy Wazzy, Printed Vision, Digital Dragon, BC2 3D, Just G, Killer Prince is still active duty, Ballistic Tech, Sea Lauder Burr, and Armor 3D, David from Armor 3D. We just wanted to shout you guys out. Happy Veterans Day.
And if we did miss anybody, like I said, we were just kind of thinking of this, but right off
the top of our head,
before stream. So if we did miss anybody, we apologize for not calling your name out directly. We do appreciate your service. Thank you. So, and if anybody else is aware of anybody, just make sure you, in the socials, thank them for their service, because it's important and it's a good thing.
Yep. Cool.
So, Tonight
we have a treat,
Mr. Fedor, 3DPrintSOS. So Steve sent out a 3DPSOS, and Fedor heeded the call. Threw us some life preservers. If anybody saw the graphic for today's episode, we put some life preservers on our avatar there.
We might start doing. We've joked about this before.
Yeah,
it's like we already got one made up if we ever interview Mitch from Polar 3D, which was fantastic.
Yeah, I'll have to show that at some point. After we get Fedor on, and I'll show that one too. I was proud of that one. That was hilarious. That actually started this whole
thematic.
making the avatars unique to whoever we're having on. But anyways, let's without further ado, we're gonna bring Fedor on so that we can get going. Hey man.
Hello.
Hey.
How are you doing?
Yeah. Guys, I made it. I'm on the Unspooled podcast.
Woo! Oh god. Yeah. Here you go.
The man, the myth, the legend. I mean, you're a busy man.
You know, you gotta stay busy. Otherwise, where's the fun, you know?
Yep. And we were just to let everyone know, we were talking off stream that Fedor's got a little one going on, so that adds some
he's got a lot to the plate. One, and then he's got a little one.
Yeah, I had the little one down here crawling around, and let me tell you, this place is not baby proof at all. He lasts like 30 seconds in here before I was losing it.
Yeah. Like, what are these side snips for?
You could have just You could have just let him sit inside of like the K1 Max or something like that.
Right. Right. You know, I put like a bunch of little benchies around, a bunch of like 3D printed cars, you know, all sorts of fun stuff. His toys. No, you know what he wanted? He wanted the sockets. He wanted the extension cords. That's it. That's
the dangerous stuff.
Yeah.
The dangerous stuff is unique. It doesn't look like anything he's seen. So he's
right. I'm like, here's these sharp caltrop style things you can like lay on and hurt yourself. He's like, nah, I like the electricity part.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's like, well, that's
caltrop. I've never heard someone use that in a real conversation in my life.
He's got a list of words that he's got a list in the back, like on the wall, of words he wants to use in a conversation.
We should start doing that. I might start doing that. Like, just
gotta expand the vocab, you know.
So real quick, that happened. I think it might have been when Pete interviewed me for the HTPLA or something like that. Like they gave me some stuff in the Discord to say. Right, like people were sending me stuff, and I was like sneaking them into the conversation. I think it was the HTPLA. But yeah, we might have to do some Pee Wee's Playhouse like secret word type stuff.
Secret words.
Actually fun for the side game type thing.
Yeah. We'll do it in Discord. We'll put the list in Discord. That way we'll say, like, if we get it into a natural conversation, we get like a point, you know. You can
this is a good idea. Also, like a little side quest during the
oh my gosh,
podcast. Yeah.
Listen.
Yep.
I'm coming back for another one with more words.
There we go. For the kids in the audience, Pee Wee's Playhouse was a TV show. TV shows were things that came on TV on like the box in your house that you use for YouTube now. TV shows used to come on that, and they
weren't on demand. You had to wait a whole week to see an episode.
And Pee Wee was a guy who had a show on it. Don't look him up. Just let him be the hero that he was.
I don't know how old Fedor is. I don't know if Fedor is
I wasn't explaining it to Fedor. I was explaining it to the audience.
But
just so you know, I'm about to be 39.
Oh, so okay, we're right around. I'm 43, so yeah, right around the same.
I'm about to be 48 on Thursday, dude. 48.
Oh, nice. Experience, wisdom, you know, it's all good.
I'm kind of mad though because I missed 47. I thought I was already 48. The whole time I was 47. I told you.
I was going to say, I've known you for over a year, and the whole time you've been 48.
I'm mad because I missed 47, and it's a prime number.
I'm out of here.
Oh, God.
The camera follows you. You ain't going in.
The whole joke failed because of the camera.
Yeah.
So,
but cool. All right, Fedor, introduce yourself to everyone, like as if people don't know you already.
Guys, I have a channel called 3DPrintSOS. I love 3D printing, much like these two guys here and you. I love building printers. I love reviewing them. I love 3D printing. All the things. I just happen to put sometimes some videos on the internet. That's it. Only different.
So, and of well, not recent. It's been a few months. You're now venturing into the Twitch arena. How's that been going?
Yeah, it's great. Twitch kind of welcomed me in more than I'm even ready for, because there's a lot of things you guys know. There's like things you have to do and like set up, and I haven't yet. It's still dual streaming from YouTube, which is kind of my main thing, you know. So I'm still getting used to it. The one thing I really got to get used to is at the end of the stream to do a what's it called? See, I don't remember the terminology. A raid, right? And that's like important. Like people love it. I love it too, but I forget. I'm like, oh, I'm signing off. You know what I mean? I just quit. I'm like, oh man, I'm bad at this Twitch thing.
Yeah, the raids, like sometimes we'll kind of forget, and then right at the last minute we're like, oh yeah, now we got to raid out. But there's a lot of like twitchy things that Steve and I have been like, we got to really like. So we're not like we're not doing all the stuff that you should be doing too. Yeah. But maybe someday when we grow up.
Yeah, I do. Every day I think about getting like, oh, I gotta add some icons and some emojis and all the different effects, and I'm like,
yeah.
We do have a pro right here in the audience.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah,
some pointers.
I was literally right there. Yeah. I was about to say, oh man, if only I knew someone who was very good at Twitch. To like set my channel.
Yeah, because it's like I said, it's a lot, you know, and it's that
was a good pointing job too. You pointed like dead right at it. Dude.
I don't know where I'm at. I'd be like,
yeah.
I was just trying to get.
You see Corey's finger comes in the side of my like.
I saw the cake and I pointed to the cake. I've always been good at that.
But so how long have you been 3D printing?
I think about 7, maybe 8 years now. I got started with the Ender 3, like a lot of other folks. As soon as it was like announced and I saw the price, I was like, all right, time to get in. So I ordered it straight from China. It took like 2 months for me to get, probably later than everyone else got. But yeah, I was hooked immediately. I like set it up at work where it got delivered, like at my office, and I had it there for a little while, and it became all 3D printed because you like find ways to improve it, especially that original old Ender 3, the one like made noise when it moved. And I just couldn't stop. You can make things for your kids, you can make things for the house, you can fix something, you can make the printer better, you can print another printer. It's just insane what you can do. That's 8 years.
It's funny you say Ender 3 because what I remember you for, the first thing I ever saw you on was the Vox Lab Aquila. You were like the Vox Lab Aquila guy for like months on YouTube. Everything was Vox Lab Aquila. And you were really, I think at the time, you were really the only one that were talking about those. And they were good. They were good printers, but
they were.
Not a lot of people were doing YouTube videos about them at the time.
Right, yeah.
So and that's actually how I found you.
It was because of the Ender 3, right? Like I came across that machine. I'm like, wait, this is the same price, but you get a lot more and you get that faster board and you get like all these things and the screen's really nice. It has like an actual user interface, instead of the old school screen that we all technically love and like kind of come back to with Prusa screens, But yeah, I was like, I was watching some YouTube video. I should probably find this out because it'd be a cool part of the story. But I was watching some video and it was just some guy talking to a camera on a phone. Like it was very clearly a phone. It wasn't very heavily edited. And I was like, I can do this. And this is a cool enough printer to like showcase. And I like fell in love with it. So yeah, I just started making videos with my phone on a pop-up table down here.
Nice. I'm looking at your YouTube right now. Do you remember what your first video ever was about?
Oh no, I actually.
Well, the first one he might have hidden some. You never know, man.
Yeah. So on your channel right now, the oldest one that shows up if you filter oldest is the Vox Lab Aquila, and it was your review,
right,
of that. And then you were doing like firmware updates and talking about the bed leveling. Yeah, you look
so uncomfortable in front of the camera because at first I wanted to do videos like so you can just see my hands and I could just talk so I wouldn't be on there. And I like couldn't make it work. Like it sounded ridiculous. So then I put the camera in front and started talking like as if the camera was a person, and it was horrible. So you should watch.
It's a tough thing, especially when you're by yourself.
Yeah, there's a dude named Craftsman who you've never seen. It's Crafts with no T. It's Craftsman, and he does these videos and he does this like crazy Southern accent with it, but it's like a Southern narrator, and he like makes all these cool things and like little jokes and stuff, and no one's ever seen him, dude. Ever.
Well, it's like Lost in Tech, right? He's from England, but nobody's ever, as far as the video goes, nobody's ever seen him. He's just hands. So and when you think about it, I had never really thought until you just said it, Fedor, is like that's got to be tough with a printer, right? Because you want to show like want to show, especially big ones, you know, you want to show like the whole thing. And how do you do that with you just like, you know, just hands in the, you know, moving the printer around. So yeah, it's tough, but so
I got a buddy named Randy May who does 3D print review stuff too. He has another channel that's much larger that has something to do with jewelry and larger machines for that kind of stuff. But he has like an offshoot called Randy May, I think the channel is, where he does videos for 3D printing specifically. And he does that. He doesn't appear on camera. He just shows, you know, footage of the printers doing their thing and him doing stuff, but like not facing him. Great videos. I can't do it. I don't know how to frame them like that.
Yeah, you got to practice by doing some ASMR.
Yeah,
get the hand thing going. Yeah.
Just have the mic right here and just hands.
Yeah. You
just
can
tap.
tap.
Just tap and go ender.
Just tap the extrusions.
Right. Well, you just got to print out the little long pointer that has the little hand and just tap on the stuff like, see this right here?
True.
So, what type of stuff have you been working on recently?
I'm actually in the middle of editing a review for the Chitty Tech Q2 with the Chitty box, which just got updated. I just put out a little video for that. So that's actually exciting because the machine has been amazing. I've had it for a while, like at my office. I don't have it here because I get them early, so I can't like have them here really because it doesn't make sense to read for a printer that might not be good, you know? So I have it there and I just use it as my everyday, you know, grind printer. If anyone's at my office and needs a printer, they use it there. So yeah, I've been putting it through its paces and I've been working on that. This thing has been a surprise. It's dark back there. That's the Creality K2 Pro. It takes me a second because there's so many names. That's been a surprisingly good machine. Like I was not necessarily bummed with the Plus, but it had a bunch of little issues in the beginning. They had to iron out. This is just everything I throw at this thing. It's just been absolutely crushing.
Nice.
I love my K1. I'm the same way. It just works. Like, and I don't even have multicolor or anything on it. It just works. And so when I need something done, and without worrying about it, I usually throw it in the K1.
Yep.
Like hands down.
Yeah, I have a really modded K1 Max that I still love and keep here. Like, you know, I can easily move it down and put something more modern there. But for some reason, it like brings me joy to use. I don't know why. I can't explain it. So it's staying there.
And you built some crazy Death Racer too, right? Didn't you do it out of like PPS?
Yeah, I have it right here. Yeah, it's a PPS.
I'm pretty sure it's currently the most expensive Death Racer around. Right? It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
I think it will be unless someone wants to do like a peak one or Ultim.
Yeah, hey, I have a rule. I have a spool of peak in a dryer, but I don't have a machine that can print peak. So soon. Yeah, this was a crazy fun project, right?
Yeah,
nice.
I'm sure you guys have printed these before.
Oh yeah,
I haven't printed any, but what is that? Is that now
PIBA? Now it's PIBA.
Yeah. So this is PIBA, however you want to say it, PBA. Like, check. Can you guys peep that quality right there?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
This was printed on the K2 Pro. And what's the filament brand? Hold on. Symbatron PIBA. This is their 90A. They have two versions. And I mean, I have carpeting down here, and it bounces.
And it's still bouncing.
Like it's
that's
nothing.
Crazy.
And I've done like TPU ones and stuff, but I've seen the I don't know if you pronounce it PIBA or PIBA, but PIBA. It's I saw one
football. This dude.
Yeah, I saw one that Snapmaker did, and the guy was out playing with it on a basketball court, and the bounce from it was surprisingly realistic, like actual basketball, so it was pretty impressive.
So Symbatron claims 95% of a real basketball.
That's cool.
It's pretty impressive. And then this is 85A. So this is still coming. You know how like PIBA is like everywhere, like every manufacturer started making it. They're all making 90A. 85 is different. This stuff does not bounce, but it's like, you know, you could pull this thing. It's indestructible. It's insane. Guys, we can make this stuff in our basement now. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I know, right, dude?
Like, you know, like
that's
8
the
years
craziest part
it doesn't
about
matter. This is still ridiculous to me. Like every day, something goes down. I'm like, this is an insane hobby.
I mean, we've had like when we're in Discord at night and everything, we'll talk. Like I've been doing this a really long time, and I will still find myself staring at a printer and just watching it print for an embarrassingly long amount of time, right? Like
because you're still making something out of nothing, dude. There was nothing there before, and now there's something there.
Like
you know,
it amazes me now as it did, you know, almost 15 years ago when I started. And like,
nice.
My wife will walk into like my shop and I'll be like, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, just making sure the first layer went down right." And now it's on layer like 30.
Oh, you know, you're still there. Like, I'll be right up. It's an hour later. Oh every time.
My gosh, right.
Yeah.
She's like, you ready to go? Like, give me like 5 more minutes. I'm trying to start this print, and it's like 10 minutes later.
Always. It's it's really fun to watch any printer that you buy. It's slightly more fun because of some kind of attachment you get to watch a printer that you built, like any kind of Voron or something you put together or modded. And then there's Delta printers. And if I'm going to be down here printing and I don't need to record because it's very loud, I start up the FL Sun S1. I leave that door open. That thing is so mesmerizing. I don't know what it is. Maybe because it's like closest to a robot arm. You know what I mean? Like, it's like it feels like a robot. There's something about watching that motion. Like every couple of minutes, I'll be like doing something. I look over and I'm like, it's okay. And I'll just creep over here and watch.
It's also like it's asymmetrical movements. You know, it's like it's tilting to get to one side, and it's just doing all of these cool like motions that allow it to get to like the different parts of like what you're printing. It's just cool.
I agree. I think the Delta is like same thing. And I just recently built the Antithesis. I don't know if you saw that we had it at 3D Printopia at our table, but the Antithesis is a Core XY, but it's on the bed.
Yep. It's a cool little machine.
And insane.
I now find myself watching that because it's just so different. I will say though, it is not a fun printer to film.
Real quick, for the people that, like, basically the nozzle stays still. The nozzle just goes up. The bed does the motions for people who didn't understand.
It's kind of like this.
It's doing that.
So, like, if somebody ever felt that a bed slinger was hard to film, now try a bed slinger, but it moving on both the X and the Y. Like it's. I was streaming some prints of it, and it's just like you can't even see on the camera, like, because it's always moving, and it's actually quite hard to look at it and just to see if it's printing well, because it's just always moving.
Do you guys remember the Portal 3D printer that proper 3D printing made? Right, proper printing. Yeah, proper printing. Yeah, that thing is cool. That would be fun to watch.
Yeah.
And also the fact that it works off of a what's the cooking thing called that it's made on?
A
griddle.
Griddle.
Like off a griddle.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Yeah.
He reused that griddle. He reused it for something recently too. That whole like he broke that setup down for something else recently. You know, like,
well, it's funny though. Like in his video there when he was doing it, he had like him and 3 buddies, and they were sitting around like cooking breakfast on it, and then it transformed into a printer again, because he was like, again, and then next thing you know, having both, having those 2 gantries together was pretty awesome.
He's got to print a like flexi bacon out of bacon scented filament on that thing. I feel like that's a short that he needs to make.
Well, now he could do. I've been seeing a few people with it. The candy printer. So,
or hear me out. You can do a cup out of the beer filament and make a beer stein out of. So you're drinking beer out of beer. Boom.
From what's the name of that company that does the soap?
Timeplast.
Yeah, Timeplast. They have all the weird filament
I have their soap. I have their soap V4, V3, V4 Gen 4.
Oh, okay.
Does
it actually lather? Because some of them. Oh, okay.
I even
that's
got
the updated.
Yeah, right. I even got this thing to heat it because it needs 100 C. So I need to put these 2 together and make some fun soap.
Because I think the V4 version of it is supposed to sud more, because the original version of it didn't really set up all that well. But because we've got a few people in our Discord that I think Daddy Wazzy has.
I know Dave from 3D&T, Dave and Terry, they had some of the soap as well, but I don't think it lathered like they thought it was gonna lather.
Listen how picky we're getting. They made soap. They made freaking soap film, and we're like, oh, you know what?
Well, it's no bubbles.
Yeah, I know.
These three people that can
I know we shouldn't be critical of it. We should just be like,
I wasn't critical. I'm just saying it doesn't bubble like you expect it. Like if you're gonna make something for like your baby or whatever, and like
I think that's one of the other things too, is that like there's so many cool advancements in machines, but there's even more in filament, right? Like you've got Peba and soap and hemp. A lot of places are making hemp material thing, and now the PHA and like all. I mean, it's and then Polymaker's new. I'm a PETG guy fan, and Polymaker's new formula at PETG is like unreal.
Really, I haven't tried that yet.
It's so good.
I just got their PET, their brand new PETCF that I got to try. That seems awesome.
Yeah, this is their new PETG, and it is just perfect. It prints so good.
You guys know my history with PETG at all?
Yeah, I do. So that's why I brought it up. So I love PETG, and before this, my go-to PETG has been Elegoo Rapid PETG. I have really good luck with that.
Yeah, I hear good things.
But this stuff is like next level. Like I was very hesitant. I was like, prove it. And when I got this roll, it's really good.
Nice.
So if you have had previously poor experience with PETG, like stringing and just gobbing and blobbing on the nozzle, all the things that I hear from people, give that stuff a try because it's good.
The challenge accepted.
Yeah.
Timeplas has glowing soap. They have Gen 5 now, which is soap that glows.
Hey.
But is it glow in the dark or is it something different?
It just says glowing edition.
Interesting. Just in time for Halloween.
Yeah.
It was a Halloween. It was for Halloween, actually. Limited release.
Man, can you imagine the amount of like just chemistry that's involved to make these things?
I know.
Like all of their filaments are just insane challenges. They're like, you know what? Can we do this? Yes. There it is.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So the guy that makes our filament, the Unspooled filament, John, we've been able to talk to him in our Discord, and it's like we're learning. Everybody in our Discord is learning all kinds of the behind the scenes chemistry side of filament that you just don't normally see or hear anybody talk about. And it's like I'm a wicked like chemistry filament nerd. Like like I'll get really going on it, and Steve's just like just give me the filament and a good color, and then and stop talking.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's there's some cool stuff coming out. So you're also a game guy, right? Because you did I remember when you did your multi-board, right? So did you did the multi-board, right? Yeah.
I think my machine's gonna cover it. I have a Core 1 blocking the view. But I have a whole thing with all my collection of handheld devices over there.
Yeah.
Now, definitely been into gaming forever.
Do you have a gaming channel too?
No, I don't. I probably should have at some point, and I probably can still, but no, I haven't. I
thought Corey had dug deep on you or something and found like you're like gaming page from like 14 years ago.
No, so I'm also a handheld. I collect handhelds. So I like Ambernicks and all of that. So I'm really into that. So when I saw some of your videos throughout in 3D printing, you've talked about being a handheld guy, and like I collect old Game Boys and Sega Genesis handhelds and all kinds of stuff. So it was just one of those things where I thought naturally you might have a channel about that.
Yeah.
See?
There you go. Yeah, I have all sorts. You know what I've been doing? I've been making the ultimate versions of things as of late.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I've been buying up like broken or abused versions of old consoles. Like I just built up an SP.
Yep.
Nice.
And like I put in a clear shell. You know, we got the LEDs, we got the ISP screen.
Yep.
All the things. USB-C, we got the battery. You know what I'm talking about? So
yeah.
This I don't know what it is, but when I take a break from just 3D printing, I usually do something related to consoles. I actually have an exclusive thing from you guys, a project I've been working on. So check this out. So I'm sure you, at least, Corey, you might have seen me make one of these things.
I've seen that too. Yeah.
Yeah, so I've just been working on this thing forever, just designing one of these cases. I added magnets to the bottom recently, so you can have this thing in your pocket, so the cartridge doesn't stick out. All kinds of funky things with the system. And check this out. I got an order in from my channel sponsor, PCBWay. This is not a segue.
It's fine, man.
But check this out. So we have a metal 3D printed.
That's cool.
Case.
Yeah.
Dude, that is insane. Hold on.
That's gonna be awesome.
Look at that,
so
dude. That is crazy.
Super excited. I have two of these, so I'm gonna try to polish one. I'm not sure if that's gonna work.
Oh, dude, you should.
As you can imagine, my excitement level.
That's awesome.
High.
Sheesh.
Yeah, so I have to redesign it for this because obviously I have there's all kinds of design challenges with this to make a 3D printable case work with this tiny hardware.
Yeah.
So this I made like little pockets for M2 size screws and things like that. So this has M2 size, what's it called? Drilled and tapped holes, which is tiny. You can imagine.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm
you gotta polish it, man.
Either
polish it or
So it could be worse. You could have designed it to use like Nintendo Switch hardware, which is a size that I don't even think existed before they made it because they're microscopic.
So did they like press that or did they 3D print that? Because I know they do some metal 3D printing. So is that 3D printed metal?
Yeah, this is 3D printed aluminum specifically.
Nice.
And then there's
you gotta shine it up.
I would love to. If it won't shine, I think I have to at least
powder
paint
coat
it or
it.
something.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that works. I also ended up getting their not acrylic. Their transparent resin.
That's cool.
I assemble it here.
We're talking gonna look awesome.
We're talking about like full transparency.
Yeah.
So I'm a huge fan of the clear aesthetic from
look at that
back in the day, and that's super.
That's crazy.
That's gonna look good.
Yeah,
I mean, that's just ridiculous. I can't mess it up because I'm gonna like scratch it or something.
One of one.
Yeah.
Dude, you might want to just coat it with some tape like right now.
Yeah,
just
taking it in and out. I'm super nervous.
Yeah,
don't scratch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see. That's been a fun thing. This package was held in customs in 3 different places. I had to pay tariffs. This was a whole story behind this thing. But hey, they're here now, so that should be cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
The stuff that people can get and are getting from PCBWay is just wild. Their abilities to be able to manufacture stuff and to do it quickly and at scale is just really, really cool.
And it's what's interesting is like all the stuff that they're doing is technically just like a brief look at what we're going to be able to do later, like in our homes.
Right.
You can already do resin. It's just the finishing of it is the UV lights that we have, the isopropyl alcohol, some combination of it makes it fade or get milky or cloudy, whatever it is, and whatever their post processing is, which is more commercial, obviously. When they do it, it's like just the pure resin.
Yeah.
So I can take off a resin print that's just looks insane, but by the time it's done, it's like brown hue. Yeah. So it is what it is.
Well, I mean, look at the Formlab setup that they rolled out last year with the whole centering setup that a couple people have. Like you will legit, and that's the thing is like I was telling somebody about that before. Is like at-home manufacturing is a thing now. You know, like you can manufacture some stuff. Like you got the new Makera from Carvera coming out, the Z1. That's what $800 right now. So you can have a small professional grade CNC.
Yeah, they have
the bamboo of
different sizes now
in your house.
I missed that bandwagon in the beginning. I didn't reply fast enough. Life was a little busy.
No.
Because they have the Carvera, they have the Carvera Air, and then now they have the Z1, which is the smallest of
the smallest one.
But I've actually heard good things about them. I've heard that they're like very capable machines, but that they're also very beginner friendly, and they're nice for people that have small shops because they're fully contained. You know, so it's going to be a little bit easier than like. We have at my son's robotics team, like a CNC, but it's like flings, it's not self-contained. So it flings shavings everywhere. So it's tough to have in a basement where, kids might come down or you got carpet or something, so I like the Carvera stuff. I mean, it was kind of like back in the day when Glowforge and stuff came out, having like those really self-contained, easy to use laser cutters and stuff. But yeah, it's awesome what I mean. I've always been a maker, and we've talked about it on stream before, is that if I had any of this stuff when I was like 9, it would have changed my life.
Oh yeah.
Like I was the kid in the basement, or in the garage, like hammering out like copper pipe to drill it to make something, or like cutting stuff out of wood, or drill pressing and making and hand grinding stuff out of aluminum sheets,
and then they made making guns illegal, so you're out.
Right.
But now,
and then the cops showed up.
But just to have
that description from third person was wild.
Oh my gosh.
But if I had additive manufacturing in my home, even in Ender 3 when I was 9 years old, it would have been life altering.
100%. 100%.
We were all adults before it really became a thing. So like I see now kids like my son's age that are 10, 11, 12, 14. And for them, it's just like old hat, right? Like, all my schools have them, and they're just everywhere. It's like seeing a toaster,
they're like jaded to it a little bit. I'm like, do you know what I would have done to be able to like make my own toys when I was your age? It would have been game changing.
Yeah,
and to design
I think it was a little bit later.
All
that stuff was a little later for me. Like when I got really into cars, 16, 17, 18 years old, I was making all kinds of things myself, or trying to. I'd like buy pipe and buy sheet metal and cut things out and make all these brackets and do all this stuff just to mod my car. But if I had PPA CF, that like pretty much any machine can print, you don't even need PPS. PPA, right? Like it's, I mean, you can make all sorts of engine bay things. You can make, it's just insane. Like it's really incredible. And you don't, and then we have tools like Tinkercad, which is a big joke to some people, but then they keep adding all these little things. We got Pen Tool now. Are you kidding me? You can Pen Tool is a game changer in that, and anyone can make stuff in it. I've designed entire 3D printers in there before. That was before these advanced tools.
I always said, like, if Tinkercad will add an easy way to fillet and chamfer, it'll like,
oh my gosh, right?
I'll be like, because I'm a Fusion guy.
They won't. Because of Fusion. They can't, right? Because a lot of projects you would just jump into Tinkercad for the quick little ones, and you'd miss out.
I was surprised they added the sketch tool, dude.
I was, me too.
And like the sketch, and I use Shaper for a lot of my stuff, but like once they added the sketch tool, I felt like I needed to go back and like open up Tinkercad just so I can know, in order to tell people who aren't familiar with how to use CAD, how to use it. But man, Tinkercad was where I started, and was making stuff, and it changed the way I look at 3D design from like the actual object to like, what shapes do I need to use to make this thing, look like what I want it to look like,
Yeah.
Yeah, the way I usually describe it is like if you're going to jump into something like Fusion, you need to have not only your idea, but all the measurements already out because you got to build it from those measurements. It's like you got to think about it that way. Way more engineering brain has to happen. But if you're the type that needs to come in and play around with some pieces and put them together and morph clay together to make a part, you don't even know maybe what it's going to be or what shape or size, then something like Tinkercad's perfect. And now, I don't know if you guys know that even, but when you go to save, you can just open it in Fusion and it opens as an actual, like you can actually edit it. It doesn't just come in as a potato.
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
I know.
Sometimes I go in there just mess around. I'm like, all right, now I know what I need. Let's jump back into Fusion, put the thing, and it's in there. It's incredible.
Because I think like my son started when he was like 6 or 7 in Tinkercad, and then now has graduated when he's 14. He uses Onshape. But the cool thing with Tinkercad is that you kind of alluded to it, is that when you're designing something, you're already thinking in 3D, right? Whereas Fusion or even Shaper, you have to think in 2D first to sketch it, and you have to be thinking of sketching it that you're then going to extrude into something 3D, and that's where people kind of are like, it breaks my brain, right? Like they just can't figure it out, and it takes a long time. I mean, I've been CADing in Fusion for like 8 or 9 years, but it took a couple of years to really like pick it up, and for it to be like second nature. It's not an easy thing. Like Blender's even worse, right? Like
when I started in Tinkercad, I used Tinkercad for like years, right? And I was like, all right, well, now it's getting to the point where I was like, I know that there's an easy way of doing this, and I was like, it was Fusion 3D, and I was like, I hopped into Fusion, and I was like, this is insanely difficult. And like at that time, every month they would like move an icon, like something that you it's like they would move it. You're like, where did that go? So like I was basically I would design like the rough design in Tinkercad and export it right into Fusion, and then clean it up in there to what I wanted to do. And I did that for like a year of like, dude, because I could do it faster in Tinkercad, get the base model down, and then take it into Fusion and refine it and all of that, and like literally like until I was comfortable with Fusion, I did it that way for forever. And then Shaper was like, oh well, you can do it on the iPad as well, and I was like, wait a minute, I can do this on the iPad and on the desktop. I was like, all right, you got me.
That's the best. That's like combo. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's why I like Plasticity 3D too, which is somewhat similar to Shaper. But
I've tried all of them.
Yeah, and I go back and forth. Like I force myself also to use FreeCAD, which I don't like. It like just simple things like, why do you call it pad instead of extrude? Like that stuff drives me nuts, right? Like just call it extrude, but they refer to it as pad. And like the version 1, and now it's like version 1.1, it's way better than it used to be. But I forced myself to use it that way. Like if Fusion 360 ever does something where I'm like, I'm tired of paying that amount of money and they keep increasing it, then I'm like, I'll just go to FreeCAD. So I kind of stay up on it. But yeah, that's another one that's like not easy to learn. It's got a very steep learning curve.
It really does. I could never really grasp it. I'm like a big UI guy coming from the design background. I can't do it. No disrespect to the developers. You guys, it's an incredible app, but I can't. It's not for me.
No, it's very different. And it's like the worst thing too is like if you're a Fusion guy or you're a SolidWorks guy, is that it's very close to both, but it's still so different that it just makes it. It's like almost there, but just enough far away from it where it makes it complicated to use. So
yeah. Have you guys tried Design Spark Mechanical?
No.
That was a good one. It's not it doesn't give you that timeline for you to be able to jump back, which is kind of a deal breaker for some folks.
Yeah.
But it's almost like an extremely advanced version of Tinkercad where you're modeling the object and you have to like click into the object. So if you're coming from a design background where you're using Photoshop or Illustrator and you're familiar with like layers and using like layers that way, that's kind of your name. you'll really grasp that software much easier than something like Fusion, which is, like I said, I think you have to think backwards. You have to like, so I took in 11th and 12th grade of high school, I took CAD, and I thought I was gonna be an architect, which never happened, but I was really, really into it. So drafting and CAD was like my thing back then. So if I ever come up with a product of some sort, in my mind, I already have that triple view. Like I see the side, the top, and then the 3D version. I like see it in my brain. So, but I know that not a lot of people can do that, or even like know how to think about it that way.
Yeah.
So Design Spark was easy to jump in, or easier to jump in than Fusion.
Oh, nice.
You'd be like square, hole out of the square, round this part. And I feel like you don't do it that way in Fusion. You just have to kind of like draw a sketch. Everything's done on one side. Then you make the thing. Then you go to the other side. You know what I mean? It's just a little bit different. Yeah.
And that's funny because like I come from a design background as well. I used to do web and graphic design for the company that I'm with. So like for me, like I get stuck on like how stuff looks a lot. Like I'm like, that's ugly. I don't like that machine because it's ugly. You know, all the time. Yeah, the U1.
Steve, you know what's funny is I get a lot of flack for my reviews because I talk about the aesthetics of how things feel. Like I like a glass door instead of plexi. I get a lot of flack in the comments. Like I just saw one earlier where there was like some guy was like, "Great, you didn't test anything. You just talk about how it feels and looks." But like that's my entire life, bro.
Dude, it's like, one of those things. Like you get stuck on that kind of stuff. Like when you like live in the design world per se, and so for me, like that's always a thing. And like even when I started doing Fusion, I still kind of did it in the Tinkercad style of like I wasn't using sketches. I was just throwing shapes in there and then tweaking them, and then because that was what I had learned in Tinkercad, and so I was like, well, and by me pulling in design straight from Tinkercad into Fusion, I was starting with a model already, so it was just like, bam, I don't need sketches. And then now in Shaper, that's all I use is sketches for the most part to start to get like the initial design down. But then also now a lot of times I work straight from like graphics, so I'll design a graphic for something,
like
and then
SVG?
like a SVG, and then convert it into a DXF. And then use that for like my design for stuff, just because now I can get in Shaper. Their font tool is trash, so you gotta design it outside of Shaper, and then bring it in if you want the font to look nice. So a lot of times I'll do it that way to get fonts that look clean on models, as opposed to putting the actual parametric font into the design. Now the other thing is
pro tip right there.
The other thing is I like to use OpenSCAD, because you can do stuff programmatically. So you can say, here's the fonts. Here is a list of fonts I want to have in my library to use with this design. And you can make like, like say you were making like a maker chip, which I used OpenSCAD for that. And you can say, here's the shape of the chip, extrude a cylinder. And then here's the space for some text, and then you make that a variable, and then you can change it on the fly, and it's freaking cool, man. Because then you can make, I got custom. These were some that I made when I was messing around, and this was all done programmatically. Like none of this is like me actually making a shape. It is like me telling it, hey, make a cylinder, cut the center out of it, and then put some text on it, and moving stuff around. So there's tons of ways for us to like make stuff, man. Now. Dude, it's cool.
Well, I mean, OpenSCAD is super powerful,
but
it breaks most people's brain because it just can't.
It does.
You have to code. You have to know how to code.
Yeah.
So if you can do that, it is really good for making things that you want to personalize, right? So like if you have an Etsy store and you have a keychain that you sell on Etsy, you don't want to have to go into Fusion and type everybody's name out when they order a part, Whereas in OpenSCAD, you can just, it's a variable, so you can go in and go Susie, Michael, and it just does it.
That's cool.
So it's super powerful, but it's one of the ones. Unless you're a coder, it's like Blender for most people. Like it'll break your brain until you figure it out. But
I couldn't do it. I've been in design so long that when I look at code still, even after all these years, my eyes cross. I can't do it.
So the thing was, when I started coding and design with like my first website, which was one of my first websites, which was like a music website. And at that time, I didn't know that those were two separate occupations, that you had designers and then you had coders. I was doing both. And then me and my partner that was working on it, he would do coding as well, but I did design and coding. And I remember they used to have like a meetup here. I can't remember what it was called, but it was basically a meetup for like web design. People who worked on the front end and on the more so front end people, the graphic designers and the web designers. And like they had a meeting and they were like, how many web designers, can code HTML? I mean, can do Photoshop? And like I raised my hand, and like I'm thinking the whole room was gonna raise their hand, and then they said how many. And it was like, how many graphic people can do HTML? And I'm like, I raised my hand. I'm like, wait. I was like, am I doing two jobs at one time now? Because I'm like, I didn't know that they were two separate things. So I always learned how to like look at the code and then like see it cosmetically as well. And then working in corporate America, I learned how to not care about stuff that I hate, except for like, because and you in corporate America, it's like, hey, we want this to be bigger. And you're like, all right, cool. And you're like, they're like, no, bigger. And you're like, and then you like do something obnoxious, and they're like, that's perfect. And you're like,
I have stories
it only took
about this stuff.
Yes,
it only took that separately about this for a while.
Oh my god, dude, that happened to me one time, and after that, I was like, oh, I just get paid to do what you tell me to do. At first, I thought you wanted me to care about it.
Designed by committee.
Yeah,
dude. I was like, oh, so I'll do whatever you want. And like ever since then, I've not really been attached to like stuff that I make.
It's the same thing with like design and 3D printing, right? Like Steve and I go back and forth because we're in different camps. We disagree with this. Is that I care about if the printer does what I want it to do, I don't care what it looks like, right? Like the U1. So we've gone back and forth. We're both backers of the U1. He hates the look of the U1. I don't care what it looks like.
It looks like a Da Vinci Jr., dude. I sent you the photo of it side by side, and it is the Da Vinci Jr. shell.
Like me, I'm like, as long as it performs and does what I need it to do, it could look like a Mars attacked alien that spits out a printer. I don't care. And Steve is like all about because he's been talking like I'm gonna vinyl wrap that thing. I'm gonna do it because he hates the look of it. And a lot of people are like that, right? Like I've heard people say like, oh, I don't like that printer because I don't like the look of it. And I'm like, what? Like you don't like the look of it, right? Like, it's just a printer. Like
it is
gonna spit out a part, but
it is. Yeah. But it's like, would you pick like a let's say like a ugly toaster, or would you pick like a sleek black toaster? And I didn't pick black on purpose, but I'm just saying. I mean, I'm neither sleek nor toaster.
Toast my toast, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like if it could be good, but if it's good and looks good, I'm like, that's perfect. And like I think because I'm looking at it more from the point of view of like I've been in printing for a while, but I'm like, what's gonna make people want to like really get into it and like really be like, oh, this looks like something I can do. And I feel like that's what they did with the UN. They made it look kind of like simple, and I'm like, it's so much more than that. It deserves to look like cooler than what it looks like because of what it can do and what you can do with it.
So so TechSheeper says, do you think the Prusa XL is sexy? Because and this is actually a good.
I do. I think it is nice. It's a nice looking machine, man.
That's a good one thing because I hear a lot of people say like, oh, it's a weird looking machine, and then I've also said people that said it looks great. I don't think it looks great. I think it was designed to
function.
I think it looks like now sleek industrial look to it is what
I think now what about with the enclosure? Because that makes the thing look like a weird accordion.
No, the enclosure is terrible.
That
thing is terrible, bro.
That is pure function. Pure function.
But that was definitely like an afterthought, right? Like they built the printer.
Yeah.
And then people were like, oh, we want it enclosed. And they're like, oh God, how are we gonna get this thing how are we going to put an enclosure on this thing?
Yeah.
And that's what they came out with, you know.
I mean, you also got to think about like Prusa, just because they use their own machines. You know what I mean? Like not that other companies don't, but they specifically do. Like they design it for their own farm in a way. You know what I mean? And make it available to us, if that makes sense. Yeah. So it does fit into that like industrial. You know, it's a farm type of reminder. It looks like a machine that's like that's. Like what's that industrial design word? There's like a term for it. I don't remember all the time.
I know what you're. I know what you're talking about. I can't think of it either.
It's one of those. It's that. Whatever that is. It's that like it's got that industrial feng shui that's on purpose.
It's like caltrops, right?
See, I use
it's got that caltrop look to it.
I got a caltrop feng shui in there. So
you're good.
2 points. Yeah, I got 2 points.
We gotta start. Somebody keep track of this. So that's the thing too, because like. I am not one who cares about what the printer looks like, but sticking with the Prusa theme is that I don't really think the Prusa XL looks good. I think it's a tool changer, right? But the Core 1 and the Core 1L is a sexy looking machine.
It is.
When I look at that machine, I'm like, that looks damn good. And for me, who really doesn't care what a printer looks like, if I look at a machine and I'm like, wow, you know, actually, when the K1 came out, I looked at the K1 and I was like, man, that looks flashy, right? Like it's shiny. It just looked good. The cast aluminum frame. But yeah, I think right now the best looking printer is probably the Core 1 or Core 1L.
Have you guys seen Mandic, Alan Mandic, really? His like that thing that he made out of metal, his like his rack,
the shelf.
It looks unbelievable.
LEDs, that really highlights it. Like it's the environment that they like wanted to be in. Yeah, and he like made it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Like that guy, that guy does things with lighting and sound that just like I'm like, it looks amazing. And that door, I don't know if you saw that door that he did recently, one of his latest videos. Like it's just cool. Well, cool so crazy, you know, I think. In that way, you know, like a rack with displaying your printers, that I care about, right? Like that looks really good. But an individual printer, I'm like, whatever, you know, it does its job. But so what's your so Steve or Fedor, what if out of all the printers you've had, what is the nicest looking printer you've seen, regardless of if it printed good or not?
Interesting, good question, actually.
Like, my collection is way smaller than because.
Well, it doesn't have to be one
you guys have.
It doesn't have to be one that you have. It can be just any printer that you've seen. Like
I'm on machine 83 or something like that. I have a list somewhere. All right, I'll tell you. I think this is gonna be controversial almost. I think the H2D. I'm not gonna say Voron stuff because when you build it, that's different. You can make it look however you want. But from something you can buy, so the H2D. It has this like almost bluish hue to the lighting, and it's kind of dim. It's not very bright. And when you stare at that thing, inside of it, it looks like a Star Wars base. And the two tool heads, there's something about staring at that thing and certain angles you can get. I should probably like post this on my channel at some point. Like have a photo that's really close where you can't quite tell what it is, and I guarantee you it'll look like the background of a Star Wars film. Yeah, there's just something like about the design of this machine, like all the shapes that they decided to put into the extrusions and into the metal and where the wires are. They really paid attention to everything on that machine. Like even the X1C is way subdued in comparison. There was a designer that was just hired to make the machine inside look better. Like for sure. Like there's details on every single piece in there. Like the grills have a design. The pretty much just every single part that has a function has some kind of design to it. It's not just the piece. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, they were all DJI designers, which DJI stuff looks good, right? Like it functions, but it looks good doing it. Regardless of what you think about DJI, their stuff looks good. And I think you're right with that. Is Bamboo stuff does look good. Like most of their stuff is like an engineered design masterpiece. Really, it does look, and this stuff performs well too. So Yeah. So mine would be the core one, or the Core 1L. What about you, Steve?
So like out of machines I don't have, it would probably be the Core 1. It's just a nice looking machine, and I feel like unlike in the past where their prices were like inflated to an extent, I feel like that the price on the Core 1 is like reasonable enough that like if you really wanted one, you would go and do it.
You're like buying like, into the brand at that price. Even still now, but it's got weight to the name. It does, no matter what.
Like, I view Prusa as like Supreme, right? Like I could go out and buy a pair of white Air Force Ones, right? Or I could go out and buy a set of Air Force Ones that has a Supreme label on it and pay 7 times more, but it's Supreme, right? Like that whole like the name and the limited edition and the thing, because I mean with the Prusa Core 1 you have that like oak wood thing that they did, which I don't know if you saw the oak wood version of the Core 1. So it had a
beautiful
wood. They're making 200. They're making 200 of them.
Yeah, are they? Oh, there's actually a number on it?
They're gonna make
cool.
So not that first one, but now they're gonna make 200 of those.
Oh,
they're getting that's like right.
That's Supreme, right? Like that's
a living room piece. Like you can put that on a built-in wall unit or something, and print stuff out, and people wouldn't even think. They would just think that it was a part of the wall.
It's a printer that I probably would never use, right? Like, how are you going to
display
ASA in that and have like the ASA and ABS fumes going all over that nice wood, you know? Like
because they're not printing that on there, Corey. Jesus Christ, man. They're going to be printing PLA, all right?
Well, I mean, if there's only 200 of them, people are going to buy those and then probably just stick them on a shelf and look at them. Never print them. Never print one.
I would say out of the machines I have, and it's more sentimental than anything, it's probably going to be it's either going to be the Monoprice Mini Select, just because that was the first machine that I had, and it was small, and that thing is heavier than like half the machines I have right now, and it's like literally like this big, but it was like they put like a freaking like brick or something inside of this thing because it is extremely heavy, and it was just so like basic, and like now it's just like you look at it and like I still have mine, and I'm like, I still love this machine. I can't get rid of it.
Sentimental value.
Yeah,
I'm the same way with. So from the machines I have is my Fallout Edition Cheaty X-Max 3.
Yeah,
and that's because I made it look good, but I have like a sentimental attachment to it, and I've actually been talking lately about like getting rid of it, and I don't know if I'll ever be able to do it. Right? Like,
I don't even know why you would.
I know.
You're about to move to the attic, so you'll have space for it, man.
Yeah. Have it as a display piece in the background, you know?
Yeah, because it's just like, and I've had people actually ask me to buy it. Quite a few people ask me that, especially Fallout people that are Fallout fans that 3D print. And I've had people offer me like enough money for it where I've been like, oh, okay, yeah,
like, might just do it.
Yeah. But I in the end I say no. And the other one that's like that is the Wuxen WRX. Not because I have sentimental value or sentimental thing. It's
that
just
thing looks pretty, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I remember asking you about. I was like, "What is this machine?" And you're like, "It's the Wuxen W." I was like, "What is that?"
And I was the thing about it is that there's so few of them out there that if I ever got rid of it, I'd never get another one, right? So
listen, if you ever got rid of it, it'll be in my house, okay?
But my hesitation in getting rid of it is that is the Ender 3, or that is the bed slinger that we all wanted our Ender 3 to be, right?
Yeah.
Because it's and I've looked at it and I'm like, oh, I want to do something to it, right? Just because I'm a tinkerer. But there's literally nothing I can do on that machine. There's nothing to upgrade. It came with a Slice Engineering Copperhead hot end. It comes with Noctua fans. Like,
that thing is gorgeous, man.
Yeah. So that would be my other one that I'm like have some that I think looks good. As far I think it's the best looking bed slinger that was ever made.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's definitely
at least top 10 at least. Top 5.
Yeah. Oh, I also like the FL Sun, the S1 and the T1. They look good.
They do look
That's
good.
because you can sleep inside of them, right?
Yeah. It's. Wait. Hold on. I gotta do one of these in the camera. Hold on. Wait for it. Camera. What are you doing? Wait, is it this hand?
Move.
Is it this? Oh, I broke.
It zoomed in on Michael Myers. I mean Jason in the background.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, dude.
And that's on the floor, right?
Yeah.
Is it on the floor?
No, it's on an IKEA thing, but that's below my knees. It's like
yeah, dude.
It's such a big machine.
It's a massive machine.
Yeah, but those
going back to the Prusa, I built mine from a Mark IV S, so it was a kit, but it was also the upgrade kit. So I got to see some of the design stuff that you will never see if you just bought the machine. And some of the stuff is so clever and unique. Like it just, I'm used to like building Vorons, right? And they're different. Their design language is very specific. It's very different. It's meant to be printed and easy to build. They don't have that. Like they don't need to do it that way. And some of the things that they do were just like, whoa, okay, I didn't think of it. I would never have thought of this. Like a lot of the design is like that. It's really cool. It's going back. It's one of those like industrial first feeling design languages that they developed for themselves. And it looks like that.
When you watch people do the conversion and you watch them build them, you have like the base, the back, and then they have like lead screws. And it's like, why is it designed like that? Like, why is that? And I mean, it's probably very specific on how they, how they put it together.
Dude, that was kind of like the reason why I snagged the Ender 5 S1. I just like how it looks. And then if you had the panels for it, it looks even cooler. It's like a little, cool looking Voron-y type machine. Voron. So we have coin that phrase.
So we have a question from Peekaboo, the Hallet. I did not see this video, so this is news to me. But
it was a live stream. I was just replying to that. Let's hit backspace. It was so the pump itself, like the actual pump inside, was broken. It was a stream. It was one of those like I usually when I get a machine, I try to do like an unboxing first impressions stream, just because I would do that alone in my basement, and this way I can interact with my audience and have fun and answer questions. That's everything. And towards the end of the stream, I looked in the camera. I saw this like shiny gloss, and this is a resin machine, the Hallet X1 or Halo X1. I actually don't know if the T is silent still, but it has this pump.
Create.
It's Creality's offshoot. And they have this heater / weight / scale / pump on the side where the resin goes, and underneath of it was just all wet. And I eventually took it apart, it leaks directly out of the pump itself. So they obviously, I told them, and they immediately apologized. So they'll send me another one to check out. But there's other weird things that happen with the machine. I think something happened during the firmware update. Just something's funky. Certain things I do, and it just resets itself. So it needs. So
it's funny. Yeah. So you do videos, and then you do live streams, which is a lot of people do like either videos or they do live streams. But there are a ton of people that do both, and that do both well. And I will say you do both well. And like Peekaboo and then other people that watch your live, that's why I always say like I like lives, because a lot of times you see that type of stuff that you might not see, that someone might not put in a video, or if they put it in the video, you didn't get to see it live, right? And I didn't see that live, but I might have watched other videos, but because I didn't see it on the live stream, I had no clue what he was talking about, right? So like I think you do a very good job of putting out videos and then also having your live unboxings and that stuff. You do a very good job of both. So
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. They're both very different. You do them at completely different paces. The outcome is completely different. Like videos obviously live significantly longer. The live stream just kind of done done afterwards. There are a few people that come back here and there, but it's mostly done. For me, I find it as like an interesting documentation for something that happened that someone would edit out, right? Like there's issues that pop up that are interesting. You might not see them coming, or you some issue comes up and you end up resolving it in some way that you wouldn't just do it in a video. You wouldn't be filming it, and it comes off natural. And my favorite part, honestly, aside from any of that stuff, is just to be able to hang out with the audience. You guys know, like answering questions when people have like technical questions, or what printer should I buy, all that stuff is super fun to do when it's live. It's one thing to reply in the comment when you have like time to think about it, but when it's like off the cuff and you're just hanging out, it just makes it feel like you got your buddies with you, and there's just some modern thing where we don't have to be directly next to each other. It's pretty cool.
And I'm one that I have always preferred lives, right? And the reason being is that unless you specifically know the person, right, that is putting out a video, whether it's a review or an unboxing, and they just put the video out, unless you know that person specifically, you can't really trust that, right?
Great point.
But it's hard to fake that stuff in a live, right?
Yes.
Because stuff happens and it's on video, and you can't edit it out, and you can't be like, you wouldn't have been like, oh, it's leaking resin, hold on, be right back, go to a still shot, and then everything's fine, right? Like, so I like the lives because you know that it's true, right? Like you see the person's firsthand experience with a new machine or with a new product, versus an edited video. So
yeah, that's exactly it. It's super fun, and the interaction and the live thing together, and we have really cool platforms now as well that kind of enable that. So yeah, the thing I always say, because people ask me about this all the time about the live thing, is like, I'll like I said, I have a full-time job. I'm a web designer. I have a web design firm. And I'll be doing behind the, so I'll be sitting behind the screen all day, and I have a long drive home. I'll come home, I'll hang out with the family, we'll have dinner, and then at nighttime when they go to bed, I come down here to do 3D print stuff. This is my hobby. This is what I love doing. And otherwise, if I'm making a video, I'm just down here by myself talking to a camera. So if I flip that and make it into a stream, it's just so much more fun. And that's the best part about it. Like, I get to do a thing with people that are like-minded, that are also having fun, even if they're just watching, instead of it just the wall seeing it.
Yeah.
Or this guy, just me and this guy just hanging out.
You're just staring at your back. Now question: Have you ever been like watching yourself on a video on a screen and been like, what the hell? Because I remember when you first got that and you were putting it together.
Oh yeah.
The first live video that you did, and I saw it in the background, I was just like I was like, what the, I knew it. I knew it existed because I watched the video of you putting it together. But who did the scan for that?
That was Creality, right?
It was Joy from Creality.
Okay.
It was from one of the 3D Printopias. They were here, like in my studio for like a interview / feedback about their K1 Max machine. Yeah. And Joy is in charge of like the accessories for the machines, and one of them was the scanner. So she scanned me, and I was like, you know what? You guys have filament, and you guys have the K1 Max coming out. Let's put the 2 and 2 together, the 3 together, and I'll 3D print the scan. So that's me, printed. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's one of my things. Like, I have like my head from my shoulder up, but at some point I'd like to have a whole actually, yeah. So Steve, you're gonna, next time I'm down in Baltimore, you're gonna have to scan me, because
I got the outer light.
I can't scan myself.
That'll be pretty fun.
I've tried to scan myself with mine, and I can't. Like, I can't.
You gotta get it on a little stand with a slider, so they can go up and down on it or whatever, and then you can just scan your whole self.
Yeah, I only have the 3D Maker Pro, the mole. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I obviously can't do my whole body with that. That's meant for like small little things.
I've been messing around with it. What I want to do is like scan like real life objects, and then number one, turn them into like monsters or something like that, or like just like redesign them So I think that'll be fun to like take something like scan a, I don't know, like a McDonald's, dipping sauce or something, and then turn it into like a little creature or something. I'm not putting the dangly legs on it because I hate when people slap. Dude, I hate when people slap the dangly legs on things. I'm like,
you can put
that's creative.
Yeah,
like, oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah, I actually
people love someone else's model as gifts. Just so you guys know, I'm sure you know, like dragons are still hot when you give it to somebody that's not into 3D printing. It like blows people's minds.
It is.
Yeah.
So then you give them some with dangly legs, and it's over.
Yeah, I always get the thing where they hold it in their hands and they go, "You made this at your house?" That's the thing everybody says. Like how does it like?
Yeah.
How'd you get it to look like that? And I'm like,
my favorite is I tell them it came off the printer like that. Like I didn't put it all together.
Yeah,
like, wait, what? What do you mean? These aren't like you don't just punch them together. Like, no, it made that, man.
Yeah. And I mean, I always use the term like
lapse.
I'm like, oh, I said it's print in place, and they're like, what the hell? Like, what does that mean? And I'm like, it just prints like that, and you pop it off the bed, and it's done. And it's just like, yeah. And I will like, and I've said this multiple times, is that I still in 2025, it still blows my mind that. And it's because, and Steve and I have said this before too, is that we live in this, right? So it's like normal to us. But I'll still find people now where I will, like, they'll see my printers, or I'll show them something, or I'll show them a video, or I'll talk about it. And they still think that it's like sci-fi, right? Like they think it's like a spaceship, like those things only exist in like movies. Like they don't even know that it, or they know that 3D printing exists, but they still think it's way too expensive, and there's no way you could have something in your house or afford something that could produce a part that's that good, right? Like they think you got it from a company.
We don't help it by opening our phone and turning the machines on remotely and then sending a print to it. So of course they think it's like super futuristic. You're like, no, that's just a smart switch in this app that I downloaded that's connected to my machines.
Like I just had that happen actually. I had like a normal person that's like, oh, 3D printing sounds cool. Let me see what you got. And I'm like, all right, come down here, man. And he was just it didn't even. This is overwhelming. This is overwhelming. And I never thought of it that way. Like I'm here every day. You know what I mean? So they were like walking in, and he was just like, I didn't know it was like this. And I'm like, yeah, I don't really know where to start. He's like, you made these cars, like, I got these 1/8 scale RC trucks. And he was just like standing up there. He's like, those are 3D printed? I'm like, yeah. He's like, they're just models. I'm like, oh no, that's like a functioning RC car. And I like taking it. They're just you can't comprehend. If you need baby steps. You need the dangly legs first. You can't just jump into this place.
You got to give them the dangly legs first.
You need to show them a bootylicious.
Yes. First of all, great. That's awesome. Also, you spoke about the filament, your filament earlier. Did you guys get it back in stock? Is it?
That's it.
It should maybe
soon.
Maybe within like the next month and a half.
Okay, I'd love to get my hands on it when it's available. I'd love to buy some.
And again, the crazy thing is that's the same spool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Those two things came off.
There's
the
so much.
Spool,
I think you guys did a great job. Working on that filament. There's so many layers to it. It's one of those like interesting novelty things I'd love to get my hands on occasionally.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. We'll as soon as we have more, we'll send one your way.
Probably more.
You don't have to send it. Just let me know where I can buy. I'd love to support you guys. I'd love to buy some.
Hey, Maker Viking. Hey, Polymorph. Hey, Polymorph said the world needs you kiss your mother with the mouth, Labubu.
Yeah.
I'm almost out, dude. I'm like holding on to scraps right now because I'm.
I
was like, I don't want to do that.
I've got a spool and a half, but I'm like, I want to get rid of it because it's all that I can get currently. Yeah. But hopefully, so John, he does have his line up, and as soon as his holiday rush is done, we should have another 100 spools or so at some point. So
perfect.
Because it's it's a lot of fun, right? It was a lot of fun.
I was about to say that too.
But it just the cool thing about it is John Layerworks, who did it, it's not only was the color perfect, right, and exactly what we were looking for, and the fast transitions, but it prints so good. Like, dude, the quality of PLA,
I don't know what he does in this stuff,
impeccable.
But like the rolls have been out since 3D Printopia, and I haven't had a break off of the end of any of these things.
No,
even like he brought us some sample stuff that he had, and like it just doesn't like absorb the moisture, like
doesn't get
PLA.
So the thing about the thing is that he uses pure PLA, like there's no additives, like there's color, and that's it. So it doesn't get brittle. So you stick it in the holes in the spool, and then half the time any other filament you pull it off and it snaps, right?
Snaps. Yeah.
This doesn't snap. It doesn't. It's just good stuff.
We don't dilute our PLA around here. We got that pure.
Uncut. Uncut. And the cool thing is he's open to like new ideas, So first of all, for us it was like we just him about ABS. Does he do ABS magic?
Yeah. So the funny thing is,
I have a once really specific ABS that I want to use all the time, and it does not exist for whatever reason.
So when we had Killa Prints on stream, I was going to say that. John was in the chat on the episode, and now is making an ABS for Killa Prints that is a purple and a pinkish magenta, or
pink and blue or something like that.
And it's going to be called Super Freak.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, you guys got to connect me with this.
I think that's going to be a cool thing, is that because of the big companies don't really have the time or the resources, unless you go to to Protopasta, where you can make one one-off roll. Right. They don't have the time or the resources to do stuff like this, whereas John is this small filament company, willing to take a risk on some wild ideas or whatever. And like even before we even talked to him, like there's stuff that we like that we saw, and so he's willing to roll the dice on certain things. And make
this
cool
here,
stuff.
This is all his stuff.
Yeah.
So this is ours.
Yep.
This is his mossy granite.
Yeah.
So it's marbled, but it's also a gradient.
Good idea.
This is his Arctic blue.
I like that it doesn't blend in. Like he managed to.
I know, right? It's like
it looks like a statue, right? Like a mossy statue.
Like something that would have been like sitting in like a foot of water or something, and then the rest of it was, it gives it character, dude.
That's his Arctic blue. And then this one here is called Monster Mash. So it's like a pink green gradient.
Make like a zombie hand out of that one.
Yeah. So purple on the bottom.
He makes some cool stuff that's like not common. So all
right, we need
like I say, he's willing to.
We need to have a group chat.
I know, right?
We'll connect you with him.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
He's an awesome guy, and the thing is that he's an awesome guy who is brilliant when it comes to the chemistry side of filament. And just plastic in general, but he's also super nice, cool guy, and he's a nerd like the rest of us, right? Like we nerd out till 2 a.m. on our Unspooled Discord about different types of plastics, right? So he's just an all-around good guy.
His ears are probably burning right now. He's like, "What's going on here?"
For some reason, he usually pops in, or his fiance might pop in, like, "Hey guys," he's like, "Oh, see, did you hear us talking about you?"
I think he's probably. I know he's been super busy with the holiday rush stuff. So
he's got some Christmas stuff that I want to get. That I was building the order because I wanted to grab some of that orange Pet G. That he had as well.
So Fedor, what's your go-to color?
That's a good question. Usually yellow, but not like that. That's a really good question. If it was something for the studio, I usually print it in yellow. Yellow has kind of been always the color, like especially in board gaming for way back in the day. No one wants to use yellow, and for whatever reason, I was always attached to it. So I have a various amount of different yellow spools. So if it's something quick, it's usually something like that. But I don't know. That's a good question.
If you like yellow, you should check out his Crystal PLA yellow. It's his Crystal PLAs are the clearest PLAs you'll ever see. Like they print like polycarbonate clear.
They're super. They're crazy clear.
If there's anyone in the audience here while we're talking about it, if they can go on and take a look at least, you know.
Yeah. So I'll and everybody that is at least knows us, they've probably seen this a million times. So yeah, layerworksolutions.com. Again, not our unspooled filament aside, his gradients and some of the colors he has are just unbelievable. And aside from the good color, it's high quality PLA, high quality PETG, high quality ABS. Like it's just really good stuff. And he doesn't believe in like watering down the, like putting a bunch of filler in the plastic to stretch it out, you know, to up his margins. Like he's all about making like pure high quality filament. And when you print with this stuff, it really shows.
Nice. Yeah. Some of the stuff looks really, really cool.
Yeah. Look at the, so in the gradient PLA, look at the strawberry matcha. It's like an off-white strawberry gradient. Oh man, I love that stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so we're getting close. We're kind of at the top of the I guess the bottom of the show. I don't know. We usually go for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So just to kind of prep everybody, Fedor's got a baby, man.
Yeah.
And we can't keep him too long. Or he might get the stink eye when he goes upstairs.
Get that regardless of
he might get the stink eye when he goes upstairs. But do you have anything you want to plug, or plug your show or anything you're working on?
If you guys like 3D printing and chatting about 3D printing and like 3D printers and 3D print projects, check out my channel, 3DPrintSOS. Check out 3DPrintSOS.com. I make cool shirts too, kind of like this one. This is always a good conversation piece right over here.
Yeah.
But yeah, check that out. 3DPrintSOS also has all my socials and the channel. So 3DPrintSOS.com is probably the easiest place. Perfect. But yeah, just hanging out. It's a really fun hobby to be in, and you get to meet pretty cool people like this, and that's awesome.
And so follow on YouTube and Twitch, right? So both.
True.
Yeah.
True. See, I'm still not used to it. It's still I'll get there.
The first time I ran into Fedor, it was and I looked up and wound up in the Creality Share Fest via Greg 3D Rundown. We hit it off at 3D Printopia 2023, and he pulled some strings and got me into the Creality Share Fest. And I'm in there, and I'm like, they're like, oh yeah, and he's like, oh, Fedor, he's from around here. And I'm like, I have no clue who you're talking about. And I'm looking, I'm like, for me it was cool because he's from Maryland. And I'm like, holy crap! And this dude's on the stage talking with I'm like, what in the world? I gotta check this dude out, man. And ever since then, I've been a fan. So to me, it's always cool to see. I'm a super Homer type person, so I'm like you and freaking Dave and Terry and stuff like that. I'm like, whatever you guys need, I'm there for whatever. It's just because I'm like, you guys are from Maryland. So I'm gonna support my Maryland people because we show the rest of the world is more to this area than just the negative stuff that comes out.
True.
And 3D printing is cool. It's something that kids should learn and know about, and have the ability to make things on their own. So yeah, man, it was cool, kind of seeing to me you were already at the mountaintop because you're speaking of these things, but it's cool to see your channel still growing and you still hanging in there and putting out content, and unbiased content at that, and growing your crowd and growing your audience. Even walking around 3D Printopia, people are stopping you to take pictures and stuff like that. So I mean, it's really cool.
You're almost 33,000 subscribers and over 500 videos on YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
a milestone.
It's been a really like slow and steady growth, but that I'm also, like I said, this is a hobby of mine, and I kind of want to keep it at that level. This isn't something that I'm rocking full time and like really pushing. And because of that, I get to choose the content that I put out there. Sometimes it's not really popular. Like, for example, I just made that PPSCF Death Racer video, and that hasn't been broken 1,000 views after weeks. So, like, you know what I mean? And if this was a full-time...
It's a super niche.
Right. And if this was a full-time job, I wouldn't make that video because it would hurt the channel. But because of that, because this is something that I love doing, I get to do that kind of stuff. And if you see other channels that have been around even way shorter than mine that have way higher viewership, they're more of you know, they're pushing the hobby through like commercial, if that makes sense. Like they're working with the companies really closely and doing that, whereas I don't sign any contracts on the channel at all, you know, for 3D printers. So I can't, most of the time I can't even work with some of these companies because they require that. You know what I mean? And I don't like to do that because I can't chat about it as if you're my friend. If I sign the contract and I'm getting paid now, it's just not the same for me. So that's one of the reasons why it's not, you know, some crazy numbers, but I'm really proud of where the channel's been.
That's why people trust what you say, right? Like, you know,
I really try. I really try to do it despite my comments that think I am the biggest shill. Some of the comments in the videos are insane. Like YouTube comments are crazy. People just assume the worst, which is fine. I think we all kind of do that as humans, you know. Like you said, you don't know me. Why would you trust this person? And it's just funny. Like, so the comments are insane sometimes. I reply to everybody. So if you're a true hater,
you just gotta own it. Like, I'm a reality show. I'm cool with that. I'm fine with that. Everybody knows it. It's no big deal.
Hey, you know, sometimes a brand like really captures your heart, and there's nothing wrong with being a fan. There's nothing wrong with being a fan.
I mean, I'm just a 3D printer shill. Like, I don't have any like specific brand loyalty. I just like them all. So Steve says I have a problem.
I'm on that camp. I'm in that camp. I really just enjoy that we're being enabled by all these companies, and sometimes like at a rapid pace to be able to make
it's crazy right now, dude.
It's so cool, man. And it hasn't slowed down. Man. That's the thing. All these years we've all been in it, and it hasn't slowed down. Every day you read some news, you read a tweet, you read, you know, some leak, and you're like, man, this is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, like I always felt like we'll have lulls for like 3 months, right? Where like nothing new or released, and I'll be like, oh, you know, like I'm all down in the dumps, and then all of a sudden, within like 4 weeks, it's like boom, 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 all kinds of new stuff coming, and it's wild that that new stuff is still out there.
It's funny that you said like 3 months, because like we had the, you know, like the older machines, it was like years before something new. And then like automatic bed leveling, you're like, wait, what? And he's like, and it wasn't even really automatic. It was like, it'll just tell you what's wrong with it.
You just don't use a paper now. You use something else.
Yeah. Well, people, it's funny though. People generalize like specific generations as like the instant gratification, but that's all we are all instant gratification nowadays. Even like the you know, the internet driven baby boomers, like we all want it now, right? And we don't want to wait for it. We don't even want to wait a week to watch the new episode of a TV show, right? So we don't want to wait 4 years for a new printer. Holy crap. Like,
well, I will say, and then we can close out. I think the biggest thing is like now we're in the middle of we'll say the printer wars or whatever, because so many companies are making machines and they got to price them low enough to compete. And you know, it happened when Bamboo rolled out their machine, and then you had to get the smaller companies had to make, you know, the Centauri for $300 just to kind of like, you know, grab a foothold in the industry. And then you have like the U1, which is a cheap tool changer compared to the price of building a tool changer. So now you open up that, you know, and then you have like the, you know, the H2C and the Atom Form and stuff like that are like pushing, you know, new technologies in a sense. And like we kind of benefit from, and then you also have whatever will become of the Prusa Bondtech collaboration, which will be another big shakeup, you know.
Yeah, that's huge.
just the Bond Tech part of it in general.
That's like two brands, but, shaking on it. That's
right. So it's just gonna be crazy. Like the next year or two is gonna be insane. People have always said, this year is gonna be the year for TPU. I think 2026, especially with the U1 being able to do TPU, the 85X as well. It's gonna be crazy, man.
Yeah. And PEBA, TPU and
PEBA. PEBA, dude. It's only the downside. The basketballs are cool, but then you have all of those surfaces that are subjected to like wind. So like if you're outside playing basketball in a sense, and you're like, I'm gonna throw it from half court, and you're like, I don't even know what's gonna happen. It's like, is this a wiffle ball? Like what?
It's more of a tech demo. It's
for sure.
It's another one of those things you show somebody, and you're like, I printed this in my house in 3 days. You know what I mean? And they're like, what?
It's like airless tires back in the day, right? Like they made them, but you're not seeing them ripping down the highway. So it's the same thing. But all right,
clearly, fellas, we could talk for a while. I think you guys have been trying to sign me off like 3 times now.
We keep going, and we gotta stop talking because we often hit the 10 o'clock mark and we're like, oh crap, we gotta go. But so we really do appreciate you coming on, though.
We appreciate it, man.
You're a pleasure to talk to, and
likewise, guys.
I think whatever you're going to be doing in the next year or so, I can't wait to see it. So appreciate what you do.
If you're working on anything and you want us to,
I'm going to push to review 100 machines. 100 awesome. Different machines. I've already had.
We got 12 more machines to go now.
Right? That's my goal. That's my goal. It's kind of funny. Like if you throw a lot of cons in there, sometimes they don't want to talk to you again. Who would have thought? So my videos all start with cons, and I'm gonna keep doing that and see who still sends me videos. Funny enough, Steve, I know you're a fan of Creality. Creality has never cared about how negatively I've talked about their machines. They've always just like, all right, share this about the next one. So there's a little bit of respect for that, Yeah,
you can't, because we said it at the beginning of this show, is that no printer is perfect, right? They all have a pro and a con, and it's okay to talk about it. It should be okay to talk about it.
It should.
It's gonna be scary when there's gonna be a machine with no cons. What is that even? Is that are we gonna have that one time?
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I think individually, everybody's gonna have their own, right? Like,
trust me,
everybody's gonna have their printer that
someone will find a reason to hate it. Especially if it comes from one of the big 3 or 4 brands out there. It would have to come from like a smaller brand for people to be like, okay, this is not too bad.
Well, the S1 Max. The S1 Max that was just launched, I was like, oh, that's cool. Like a 350 with an AMS, and everybody, all the comments on my X post was like, yeah, but it's an Anycubic. And I'm like, oh God, right. Wait till it comes out first.
For no reason, though.
Yeah.
Just because it's cool to hate on it.
Yeah. But all right, we will let you get back to your family. Yeah. We like I said, appreciate it, and we hope you have a good evening and a good rest of the week. And
thank you both for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
We'll all look forward to the next video and live unboxing or whatever build you're doing.
Absolutely. It was great talking. If you guys have another open slot at some point, shoot me a message.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we'll get you a roll of that filament and connect you with John.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Very important.
All right, man. Well, have a good evening.
All right, everybody.
All right, later. So that was Fedor.
Yeah, that was a good one. Dude, I just realized how the gray hat with my overexposed light makes me look like I'm like 1,000 years old, dude. It's like
a little gray gnome hat.
The gray and like the overexposed. I'm like,
I'm coming, man. Look at that,
dude. This is
That's why I cut it. Short.
I usually shave it every few weeks, but it's been cold. So
it's in the hair too. That's why I wear the beanies.
The hair is insane, dude. But
so we are ended. Next week again, we don't even know what's going on next week. We'll let everybody know.
and you are a fan of reusable spools.
I am.
And Polymaker just dropped the
so, and I did say I did like the Anycubic thing that I just complained about.
Yeah,
like they were like, oh, PLA refills, and I was like, yeah, but I want PETG refills, and then I'm like, oh, here I go, like
that's true.
They did a good thing, right? Like I've been asking them for refills for a long time, and I would love to see PETG refills and PLA refills, but I'm a huge. I mean, I've probably got like, I don't even know how many refill spools. I love refills. They're smaller, they're easier to store. I love that they're cheaper. Someone like me who goes through a lot of spools of filament, saving $3 or $4, it adds up, right? After you go through 250 spools. So, and I don't like throwing out all that cardboard all the time. Like, God, I mean, sometimes my garbage men must think I'm insane. I probably have sometimes like entire trash bags full of cardboard spools, so
you can use them in your garden. What are you talking about? You gotta wet them.
They got glue and ink in them, and I ain't putting that in my food. But no, yeah, so I like it. Hopefully they take off, because as someone who was, as someone who pushes refills a lot, hopefully it's not a dud for them. But
now I will say, full disclosure, I did participate in some of the development for it, but mostly it was like a lot of the other guys that like took it and like ran with it.
They actually should have gone with the community spool. It's better than the one that they actually put out, the master spool.
We're biased, the guys that worked on it, but it's still cool that they even included us in the whole thing, and it was like funny, like hearing you say stuff about them doing a master spool type thing, and I'm like, yeah, that would be cool.
And that's like it's I think that's what's made Polymaker as big and as popular as they are, is that they listen to the community, right? Like they talk to the community,
actively listen to the community.
They bring people into the community to their company. They have the Discord, and they're always in the Discord talking with people. They listen. They have the after hours stuff on Twitch, and it's just it means a lot when a company. It goes a long way when a company who produces a product in a specific industry is involved in that industry. And it shocks me that more filament companies and more printer companies don't follow that model, right? Like, if you get involved with the community, it will help you.
It will help you, dude, 100%. And like, even just from the point of view of just a company listening to, like, directly listening to people, and it's not always good. Like, I'm privy to some of those exchanges, and it's not always like, you guys are great, da 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 da. It's like, hey, no one likes that, or no one likes this, or like, it could be better. And like they actively work on it,
If you are a company and you bring people from the community into the inner circle, and you get upset if they give the Fedor pros and cons, then it doesn't help anything, right? Like, if you bring a bunch of yes men and yes women into your thing that just always say, yeah, everything's great, this is perfect, it doesn't help anything, right? You got to have, it's nice to have the pros when they're valid, but you got to also have the cons, or else it doesn't do anything for you. So they've always been, as far as what I've seen, they've always been very receptive to the cons, right? Like you could do this, you could do that. Like, they've never been, I mean, there's a lot of cons and a lot of things around, like the poly dryer, right? Like, that's one of the things that they produced that has received a lot of negative or con comments about it, but they've always been receptive to hear it. Whether or not it makes a change, who knows? But it's just cool. And the PETG, again, I'm gonna plug the PETG. It's so good. But if you buy a spool of their PETG and you don't like it, I will buy it off you, and you can send it to me. That's how good it is. Yeah,
it's funny even hearing him say this, because Corey is probably similar to Fedor, one of the most non-biased people, around that I know.
I've printed every PETG there is to print. Like if somebody makes a PETG, I've printed it. And again, this is the best PETG that it's the best PETG that you will ever print just right out of the box, right? Without spending hours and hours and hours
dialing it in.
Yeah. You could get other PETG to print this well, but you're gonna spend tens of hours tuning it, right? And getting it there. This stuff you can take out of the box. You can use their profile, or what I did, this stuff was just printed on a P1S with the default, not my tuned PETG profile that I use for everything else, but this was just printed with the Bamboo Lab PETG high flow default profile, and it's perfect.
That's a clean print, 100%.
So you don't. It's the thing. It's a PETG that you just don't have to spend hours tuning. And that's a lot of the complaints about PETG. Is people say that it's stringy. People say that it's what do they call it? Blobby, that it sticks to the nozzle. And that's another thing, is this stuff does, whatever they did to it, it does not stick to the nozzle, which PETG is known for. So
I don't consider myself to be like a professional PETG printing person, but I've never really, like, my 3D printing experience has been like happy path like the whole time for the most part. Like, my printer issues aren't like super showstoppers. Like, if I grab some new filament, it's usually not like, the only one I had like some trouble with was flexible PLA, and then once I got it dialed in, it was cool.
Yeah,
it was, so
and people know that I'm such a PETG guy that I get a lot of people asking me about it, because they know that I print a lot of it. So I hear a lot of the issues, and it just seems PETG has always been one of those filament types that just people have issues with, right? They just like, I know people that print PLA and they print ABS and ASA, which ABS is a filament that a lot of people years ago had a lot of problems with, but they'll print ABS fine, but they still don't print PETG because they have issues with it. Like Fedor even said, I think he's had issues with PETG, and he knows what he's doing. And I know a lot of people who, they know what they do. They know what they're doing, but they just stay away from PETG because it causes problems, But I think this stuff is going to change that, or I hope it does.
I think one of the bigger issues that sometimes hurts people's, I'll say, experimentation, in a sense, when you venture away from like the PLAs and the conventional stuff, is just find the baseline rules and start from that. Don't go and get like, oh, this person says you got to do this and this person says you got to do that. Find like what's the general consensus of what you need to do, and like, so that's what I do. I go, I'm like, what's the temperature the bed needs to be? Do I need to dry this filament out? And what temperature does the nozzle have to be? And like, do I need to coat the bed or not, or whatever?
I always tell people, start with a new filament and use your printer that know, and use a default profile built for that printer. Yes. And then if you need to tune it from there, don't start with someone else's tuned profiles, because they live in a different part of the country than you. They live in a different continent. Their printers are different. Their environment's different. Their experience and knowledge might be different than yours. Like, start with your printer and the default profile from that, and then go from there and change one thing at a time, right?
Yes, like, one thing at a time.
I see people do this with clipper configs and slicer profiles, where they go in, they change 15 things test the print and it either fixes it or doesn't.
Yes,
but then they don't know what they changed. So when you're tuning filament, change one thing, make a test print. Change another thing, make a test print. And I've heard people tell me all the time, well, like that means I'm gonna have to do like 10 or 12 test prints. Yeah. Like
do small test prints. Listen,
if you want to get a filament to print the best it can print, then you're gonna have to print some test prints, you know?
Yeah, that's what what I'm doing on the freaking Ender 5.
I will say, except for this. And I don't want to go. And again, I'm sounding like a Polymaker PETG new formula shill. But I'm not, and everybody knows that I'm not. It's just it is that good, you know. So but all right, we should probably end this because
thank you guys. Let's rate in the zombie. He has the Wonder Make XR unboxing right now.
The ZR?
I'm sorry, the ZR. Yeah, the ZR unboxing right now. So once again, thank you guys for coming. We appreciate you. Make sure to check out Fedor. Hey, that's cool. The SOS. I see what you did there, Fedor. It's the SOS from your last name. This guy. Yeah. So make sure you check out 3D. He's everywhere under 3D Print SOS. All kinds of content. You know, he's a good guy. And I'm not just saying that because he's from Maryland. I could be saying that because he's from Maryland.
I'm not from Maryland. I think he's a good guy.
So. Okay, see, Corey, he likes Polymaker, Pet G, and Fedor. So there you go.
I'm also I'm not from Maine, but people from Maine.
We appreciate y'all coming out. We're gonna raid into zombie. I'm starting my raid right now.
Me too. We'll see you guys there.
We'll see you guys over there. Appreciate you guys as usual, and peace.
Later, guys.